Have you ever lost someone where you just desperately wish that you could talk to them? Be it that it was a boyfriend, a girlfriend, a spouse, a husband, a wife, a relative, that someone passed away and you desperately wish that you could talk to them, but you know that you can't. Some people get very desperate and they'll seek out different things like psychics or mediums, even to try to communicate with those who have died. In certain religions, they teach that sometimes you can pray to those deceased loved ones and they will pray on your behalf. But the sad reality of it is, you cannot do that. Those people can't hear you. They will never hear you. When you try praying to the dead, whenever you try talking to the dead, only demons hear you. And that's a very scary reality. So in Deuteronomy chapter 18 in the Bible, it tells us very clearly that those who make inquiry of the dead, mediums, witches, psychics, that they are consulting with what the Bible refers to as familiar spirits. These are always demons. Now, demons are just the fallen angels. They are intelligent. They are so incredibly intelligent. They've been around longer than the earth, and they can have spies watching you all the time. All the time. So for example, say Sasha loses her husband, and Sasha is desperate to talk to her husband again. She is so scared, she is so alone, and there's so much that she wishes she could have said, so many apologies that she wishes that she should have been able to say, and things that she should have said to him whenever he was alive. And she desperately wants to talk to him. So she seeks out a psychic. She seeks out mediums. Now with these psychics, these mediums, there's only two choices with these people. There's only two options. They are either, one, performing a magic trick. They are using psychology in order to lie to you and exploit your emotions. And the other option is that they are legitimately summoning demons in order to learn about you. Those are the only two options, because your loved ones that have passed away, they cannot hear you. No matter what you want, they cannot hear you. And every time that you try to talk to them, only demons hear you, and demons receive worship. It is an act of devil worship to try to communicate with the dead. This is why in Deuteronomy chapter 18, God tells us that according to his law, according to theonomy, anyone who does any of those things should be put to death. It's a very evil and very dangerous thing to do. Now, demons basically can have spies in every part of the world, having multiple demons watching every single person all the time. And so these demons will see that Sasha is trying to communicate with her husband. So they'll go talk to the medium. They'll go talk to the psychic that is being paid by Sasha to talk to her husband. And the information that that psychic is receiving is directly from the demons. This is how that psychic can know things that she seemingly shouldn't be able to know. Certain things that Sasha's husband said or did in his lifetime that only Sasha's husband would know. Well, Sasha, her husband, and the demons will know about those things. And so the demons can tell you about this. They will imitate your deceased loved ones. That's why they're referred to as familiar spirits, because they can seem familiar. It can seem like it's that person. See, demons are able to manifest. It's very creepy, but they are capable of manifesting the same way that angels can. Why? Because they're the same as angels. They're just the evil ones. And you see angels manifesting as people throughout all of the Bible, Old Testament and New. Demons can do the exact same. And so demons are the ones that are going to be messing with you. They're going to try to get you to try to communicate with that dead loved one, because they want you to go away from God and follow these evil pagan practices of trying to communicate with the dead. So whether it's a spouse, your husband, your wife, girlfriend, boyfriend, a child, your mom, your dad, if they've passed away, they cannot hear you. Don't try to talk to them. Now, alternatively, there is something that is actually rather good for our mental health. Have you ever written a letter that you never intended to send? You just needed to vent, you just needed to actually express that. It's the same concept. It's the same way that many of us who've been in a relationship and that relationship ended, where you desperately miss that person that you were with and you want to talk to them, but you're not able to talk to them anymore. So you might find yourself having a conversation out loud whenever no one else is around, as if you're talking to them. Now, do you actually think you're talking to your ex? No. But you're venting those thoughts, those feelings, the emotions. You're venting those things. You're expressing that which is bothering you, that which is built up inside of you in a healthy way. And you're expressing that as if they're there, even though they're not. So if ever you've found yourself driving down the road, and as if your ex was in your passenger seat, you're sitting there and you are talking as if to them. You're telling them that you miss them, that you wish that things could have gone differently. You desperately wish that there was some way you can go back in time to stop yourself from giving up when you did. There's so many different things that you want to express, and you will talk to them as if they're right there. But you're not actually trying to talk to them. You're not actually thinking that they can hear you. You're venting. You're just expressing those thoughts, and that is good and that is healthy. And that is okay to do in regards to someone who has died. So going back to Sasha, for example, instead of her trying to actually communicate with her dead husband, if she just vents that, if she talks as if he's there to vent it, to express it, to say it, to let those emotions out, that is going to be beneficial for her. As long as she knows he can't hear her, she's not actually talking to him, and he will never know what she said. Just in the same way that your ex, who is still living, they have no idea what you're saying. The same way that they will never hear what you're saying, and you're not actually trying to talk to them. You just find yourself missing them so much that you need to have that conversation. You need to express the things that you wish you could say to them. But for whatever reason, you're not able to. You can't actually talk to them anymore. It's the same concept. So if you've lost someone, do not try to communicate with them. But rather, if you need to express that, writing it down as if you're writing a letter to them, writing a text to them, a voice message, film yourself talking as if you were about to send them a video telling them everything that you want to tell them. And get it out of you. Get the thoughts out of your mind, vent it all, get the emotions just out. That is really, really good for you. That is really good for your mental health, for your well-being. That is a wonderful thing to do. Just do not think that they're capable of hearing you or that you're capable of talking to them, because that's just opening doors that demons are going to walk through. I hope this made sense. Let me know what's next. Follow me on Patreon. Go check out my link tree in my bio. It's got all the different links to all the different social stuff. My little merch store is going to be opening soon, where you will be able to get yourself one of these snazzy shirts. They are available literally nowhere else because I designed it. But follow me on X. Let me know what's next. God bless.